Oh, thank God you're here. You got my message?
Oh, most certainly did.
Okay, I need a religious movie pronto.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, you said on the phone you already have one written up, in the can, edited, and ready to go. What have you got?
It's called Hellboy.
What?
Yeah, it's about a demon from hell that is supposed sent to destroy a world, but instead is brought up to go and save it and be the hero.
I said religious movie. People praising Jesus and angels flying all over and heartwarming and just religious. This is the exact opposite of that.
But you do realize that devils and hell are part of religion. I mean, it's in the Bible and everything.
Okay, that's the wrong part. You brought me the yang. I'm looking for the yin. My investors are looking for something upbeat, cheerful, with a positive attitude and image. You're bringing me literally hell.
Yeah, but it does have a positive message. It's basically saying that no matter how we're born or where we come from, we get to decide what we become.
Okay, I'm going to listen to your pitch. Don't hold your breath. This is literally the exact opposite of what I'm looking for. There is very little chance that I'm going to greenlight this one.
All right, fair enough.
And if Satan shows up at any point in this script, even in a mirror, we're done.
Yes, that's fine. I can guarantee that's definitely not going to happen.
Fine. So how does Hellboy start?
Well, we actually start with the best way you can begin any movie.
An amazing action sequence?
No, philosophical narration.
What is it that makes a man a man? Is it his origins, the way things start? Or is it something else, something harder to describe?
Am I already regretting this?
Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to introduce Professor Broom.
You're wasting our time. There's nothing on this island but sheep and rocks.
Ruins, not rocks.
Who is a paranormal investigator.
What a load of crap! Hell, a week ago I never even heard the word parabnormal.
Paranormal.
Basically, he is working with the government to go and stop the Nazis in 1944 in Scotland from opening a literal portal to hell.
Alright, so that's actually better. The good guys show up to stop the bad guys.
Yeah. I said that they're actually going to just stand there and watch them actually open the portal and wait for a while as the portal is opened and just kind of observe them for a bit.
A freak in the gas mask.
Don't you think you should have the good guys rush in and save the day?
Well, I could, but then I wouldn't have a main character.
Oh, Hellboy. Right. Wasn't really paying attention to that at first. Okay, disappointment or heartache does that to a fella.
Anyway, they find Hellboy, who basically at this point is a baby. And Professor Broom convinces them not to kill him, and instead decides to adopt him.
Look at the size of that whammer. No, wait. Wait.
Okay, so we get to spend the first half of the film watching Hellboy grow up, learning the differences between right and wrong, maybe even constantly being like tempted by evil, but Professor Broom's always guiding him towards the good.
No, not at all. We're going to actually fast forward to the future where we find out that Professor Broom has just been diagnosed as being terminally ill. Hellboy is being locked up because they don't want his existence to be known. He keeps on trying to break out all the time because he hates doing that, being hidden from the world. And he also has this girlfriend who has like fire powers. She lives in a mental hospital.
Dude, I swear somebody put glass in your Frosted Flakes as a child. Why is your stories always so dark?
I actually don't even like Frosted Flakes. I'm more of a Honey Nut Cheerios kind of guy.
Oh God, you're missing my point. Just continue.
We're then introduced to Agent Myers. He has just been hired by the BPRD to be the new guy, basically, who's going to ask all the questions that we need answered so that we, as the audience, can understand what's happening.
These? You're reading these? How does he know so much about... Where am I, exactly? You're not coming?
Wait, what is this BIRD?
And then a BPRD, the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense.
There are things that go bump in the night, Agent Myers. Make no mistake about that.
1943, President Roosevelt decides to fight back. The Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense is born.
Basically, they're the ones that keep Hellboy locked up and tell him what monsters to fight. Think of them as the Men in Black, going, for demons.
Okay, so we have Demon Boy, Fire Girl, Dying Mentor, and New Guy. Anybody else you want to add to this crazy train?
Oh yes, actually, Abe Sapien. He's an aquatic species with a unique frontal lobe that gives him psychic abilities.
Abraham Sapien, discovered alive in a secret chamber of St. Trinian's Foundling Hospital, Washington. His name was taken from this little inscription stuck to the side of his tank.
One word. Huh?
He's a fish guy that can read minds and stuff.
You mean outside with her?
Don't get psychic with me, fella.
Isn't that easier to say?
No, it really isn't.
Oh, God. Okay, whatever. So who is our villainous villain, and what is gotten so much into his black heart to make him want to be a villain here?
Well, the villain is, his name is Gregory Rasputin, and his thing is resurrection.
What do you mean?
Well, he was born in 1869. He has died several times. He's been resurrected each time. He has a girlfriend who he has given eternal life and beauty to, specifically to allow her to resurrect him.
No matter what happens tonight, this book will guide you back to me.
He has a subordinate who's so old that his blood is turned to dust, and he is constantly resurrected by Gregory whenever he is killed. On top of that, if that wasn't enough, we have the demon Samael being resurrected in this movie, who is literally known as the Hound of Resurrection.
Shot in the dark. Our villains into resurrection.
Exactly.
Do I even dare ask what his goal is? Wait, I suspect it has something to do with resurrection.
Sort of. He basically wants to awaken the Agdu Jihad.
He wants to awaken the Agdu... What?
Agdu Jihad, also known as the Seven Gods of Chaos.
Wait, so our villain is trying to wake up something that is called the Seven Gods of Chaos. Look, I don't care how evil or stupid one is. One does not simply wake up anything with the title, the Seven Gods of Chaos. How would he possibly think this is a good thing?
Well, he believes that by awakening it, it's going to destroy the world, yes, but in the process of destroying the world, it's going to create a new paradise for those few that actually live through the destruction of the old world.
And he's actually able to convince other people of this as well?
Oh yes, his Nazi girlfriend thinks it's a great idea, since she believes that they're going to be able to reenact the whole Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden thing, Plus, on top of that, we heavily imply that he convinced Hitler that it's also a great idea, seeing as how Hitler is the one who gave them all the funds to be able to actually pull this thing off in the first place.
Okay. I guess somebody's going to question whether Hitler was batshit crazy enough to do something like this, considering the stuff he did in reality. I mean, this isn't that far off. It's fair enough. So once he starts his, evil plan into motion, I'm assuming the BPRD come in and try to stop him, right?
Exactly. As soon as they find out that the Samael demon has been resurrected in a museum and is literally eating guards, they come in, rush in to go and stop it, and send in Hellboy. Alone.
Oh well. Let me go in and say hi.
Wait, what? Alone? Why?
Because he likes it that way.
Hey, no one goes with him? Jesus.
No, he likes it that way. The whole lonely hero thing.
I don't care if he likes anchovies and peanut butter on his pizza. Why in the hell would he go in alone? They have this fish guy and Fire Girl.
No, they don't have Fire Girl yet. She's going to be coming in later on.
Still, you can't tell me a government-funded organization doesn't have more agents. Why would they send him in alone?
Because that way, after he defeats Samael, I can have him run off to go and see Liz.
Who?
Fire Girl.
I brought beer.
All right.
Ah, okay. Why didn't you just say that? I mean, I'm definitely not invested enough here to remember names. At all. So he runs away to see the girl that he has a crush on, and nobody in the organization, this government thing's gonna care?
Oh, no, they most certainly care, but seeing as how he's got super strength, a arm made out of stone, is basically fireproof, and is able to have a train run him over and he simply shrugs it off, there's not much they can do about it.
Every time the media gets a look at him, they come running to me.
He's our guest, not a prisoner.
Yeah, well, your guest happens to be 6'5", bright red, has a tail, and is government funded.
Okay, that's a very, very, very good point. It's like the old question, where does a 600-pound elephant sit?
Anywhere it wants.
Exactly. So what happens after they find him again?
Well, they basically take him home, and they do that. They're looking at the wound that the creature created when he was in the battle and everything like that, and find the creature basically laid eggs in his arm.
How long was it latched onto you?
Oh, I don't know, about 5 seconds.
Professor, look.
Oh, God, wait. What, the creature laid eggs inside of him?
Yeah.
When did this leave Hell territory and go into Aliens?
Aliens wasn't about putting eggs. It was about putting embryos in them that burst out of the chest. Completely different.
Okay. Look, if I wanted a biology lesson, I would Google it. Google it. I should trademark that. But anyway, my point is, why did you put that into the plot?
Well, I need to have a reason for them to split up. Basically what's going to happen is when they get to the subway, Abe's going to go and jump into the water to look for eggs.
Because he's the fish guy.
Exactly. And then we're going to have two agents who are basically, corpses to stand there waiting, or future corpses, I should say, waiting for Abe to get finished up, while Hellboy takes another agent named Clay to go after Rasputin's assassin, whose name actually...
Wait, sweetie, you had me at assassin, and I'm not going to remember the name anyway. So what kind of weapons does this assassin use?
Well, he uses a couple different weapons. Mostly he uses these Tonfa-style swords.
Got some.
Drop the weapon! On the ground! Last warning!
Okay, fine. Sword guy. Does Hellboy kill Sword guy?
Actually, he doesn't even find him. Sword guy goes and actually doubles back to Clay and kills him. Before he goes and basically turns himself off.
Wait, contrary to my appearance, I am familiar with somebody getting turned on. However, the way you're using the word turning off is quite confusing to me in the way you just said that.
Well, like I said, he's Rasputin's puppet, and we've already established he's so old that he doesn't even have blood anymore. What it is that he's actually got a literal clockwork where his heart used to be. So every time he starts a fight, he actually winds it up to allow him to go faster. But if he winds it down, it actually turns him off and kills him.
So rather than having a fight between Hellboy, who literally has a shield for an arm, and Sword Guy, you just have him kind of wind down and kill himself?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no fight sequence at all.
Oh no, we actually do have fights with the Samaels and Abe. Abe almost gets killed completely from them. And then we, of course, have the two corpses that we were setting up, of course, do get killed. And then we also have one of the Samaels fight Hellboy, and he actually gets the Samael run over by a train.
Okay, that's a little bit better. What did you follow that up with?
Oh, the best thing that you can follow up a big fight scene with.
Ooh, comic relief, clever exposition, an extra large cheap pizza with extra cheese and anchovies?
No, love triangle, obviously.
What?
Yeah, so it turns out Agent Myers has a thing for Fire Girl, who Hellboy likes, of course. So they decide to go out on a date, sort of, while Hellboy follows him on the rooftops and starts throwing stones at Myers.
Hey, we all have a side that we try to hide.
Throw rocks? How old is Hellboy? 12?
No. He's more like 60, but, he has, like, reverse dog years. He's ages a lot slower than us, so his mentality is closer to, like, early 20s.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Did you or any close friends stalk girls in your 20s and throw rocks at the guys they were with?
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, see, and that right there explains so much about this script. All right, stalker boy, what kind of slapstick, ridiculous scenario could you possibly come up with from here?
Oh, after that, this is when we go and kill off Professor Broom.
You emo-loving son of a bitch. You had to kill the father, didn't you, Captain Disney?
Well, to be fair, he was already dying. I mean, this is almost actually kind of a blessing in disguise if you think about it. Plus, this is all part of Rasputin's plan.
To create Batman.
Batman wasn't a demon.
Totally missing my point. Continue.
Yeah, basically Rasputin's plan is to go and leave these clues to go and get Hellboy where he needs him to be. But the thing is that by having him kill off Professor Broom, now he's going to be acting out emotionally instead of rationally, since his father's been killed. So instead of thinking about the fact that this might be a trap, he just runs in head first to go and get his revenge.
Oh, tell me this is about to wrap up.
Just about. They go to Rasputin's mausoleum, or they get forced to split up again, basically. And they run into Samael's demons and all the eggs. And basically they have these explosives to destroy them all, but they can't get them to work.
Of course not. You haven't finished torturing me yet.
So what's going to happen is that Fire Girl is going to release her full power and destroy every single one of the demons and every single one of the eggs. Once that happens, after the aftermath, Agent Myers wakes up.
Whoa. What? Are you saying that Myers was in that room?
Yeah.
Okay, no, he is not waking up, my friend. I know that you said Hellboy is fireproof, and you know what? I'm going to give you a get out of jail free card on that one. However, unless you're telling me Myers had a fireproof suit up his ass and put it on before she did her little fire starter show, that man is a marshmallow. Toasty on the outside, creamy in the middle.
No. He hid behind a rock.
He hid behind a rock.
Yeah.
She created enough fire to destroy the demons that it took a train to kill. Enough fire to burn every single egg that was hidden and non-hidden. And you are telling me that he survived by hiding behind a rock.
Oh, it was a big rock.
Oh, I give up. Just finish this damn thing.
Okay, so as I was saying, Agent Myers basically wakes up to find Hellboy stuck in a magical bond that prevents him from breaking loose. Rasputin basically tells him that his right hand is what's going to open up the seal to allow him to awaken the 7 gods of chaos.
You are the key, the right hand of doom.
He then kills Fire Girl. And tells him if he opens the seal, he will be able to see her again.
Wait, so he doesn't resurrect her? Isn't that his thing?
Well, it was his thing. Now he's more into the whole destroying the world thing. So, what's going to happen is Hellboy agrees, and he opens up the first seal. But before he can open the second and final seal, Agent Myers throws him his cross that he lost earlier and Myers had picked up, and tells him that he can make a choice. His father gave him that right.
Remember who you are!
And that works?
It does. He grabs the cross, sees the crucifix burned into his hand. It reminds him of Professor Broom. He realizes he does have a choice and stabs Rasputin.
That was nice. I actually like that. You brought the whole choosing thing full circle.
Ah, but we're not done yet.
Oh. Really? Really? Fine. Of course we aren't. Because we need the bad guy to come back to swelling music. Right?
Sort of. Actually, Rasputin reveals that his god, a piece of it, comes back every time he's resurrected. So because he's resurrected so many times, now that he's been killed again, the god actually comes bursting out of him. A little bit like Alien. And he basically becomes a giant tentacle creature.
So we get Hellboy versus Cthulhu?
Not exactly. Well, we do, kind of, but it's not going to be the epic battle that it sounds like you're hoping for, because he's basically going to get eaten by him just as he pulls the pins off the grenades that he grabbed and blows them up.
Guess that works. Wait, what about the dead fire girl? Still dead?
Oh yeah, she's still dead. But then Hellboy goes and whispers something in her ear and she comes back to life.
Oh my god, what did he whisper?
Well, he whispered, "Hey, you on the other side, let her go, or I will cross over for her and then you'll be sorry."
And that brings her back from the dead.
Yeah, sure, why not? So, after all that's done, they have one last bit with Agent Myers, basically saying that the whole point of this was that every man has a choice, and, because of that, it's our choices that really decide who and what we are. That's it. So, what'd you think?
I hate to admit this. I don't hate it.
Yes.
I'm disappointed because I really, really, really wanted to. It sounds like it has decent action, interesting characters, and even though it's definitely not the religious movie you told me you had, it does have a positive message.
So, does that mean you're going to make it?
Sure, why the hell, why not? I mean, it could be the start of a new franchise even. I mean, just to make sure though, we need to be very careful with the main character. We need to cast him young. Somebody talented, with strong personality, but definitely young so he can grow and mature if we make a lot of, sequels.